manages all the biggest fighters and obviously has been in the game for such a long time now. There's some big fights on the horizon, and he joins me here today to talk about that and other things too. Ali Abdelaziz, welcome back to Submission Radio, my friend. It's good to chat to you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
So it's been a crazy time, right? A few announcements, this and that. First and foremost, Islam vacating the 155 belt, man. Talk me through that, because out of anybody who deserved to keep their belt when they move up, Islam is definitely the guy to do it. Why did the UFC insist on him vacating this belt?
Honestly, it was like kind of almost mutual. You know, Islam is gonna move up. He did everything. He have beaten Charles Oliveira, have beat Arman Sarukian, have beat Dan Hooker, have beat most of the guys in the top 10 or 15. Has beaten, you know, on a 15-fight winning streak. He finished 9 of his last 10 opponents. Like, the only thing he's not doing in a division, like putting people in body bags, you know. And in reality, like now, you know, his dream to always have 2 titles, right? And when you go ahead and do this very level to everyone in the division, from Armand to Charles to all these great fighters that are great fighters, and you get a chance to fight for the welterweight title, this is what is make your legacy great. That's what make you great. You know, people all the time going to be remember him as a two division champions, right? Never lost in a division, went to second division, won the second belt and defended it many times he can. Islam go up there and he defended his title 3 times. He's the greatest of all the time. He'll break Anderson Silva's record, 16 winning streak. 17, he'll break it. He will probably finish his next 2-3 opponents, you know. And I think he just built in a great legacy for himself, and you can't blame the guy.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, he's one of the best to ever do it of all time. Let me ask you this. Does this mean we'll never see him back at lightweight again? Or what do you think if there's, like, let's say Ilia beats Charles and becomes this interim champion and he beats JDM. Is there a scenario in your head where Islam might be interested to come back down to lightweight again?
Guys, we're talking about Ilia. He's a guy, like, he's a great fighter, so talented, very young. He have 1 title defense in the UFC. Islam got 5 title defense. You know, Ilia have a lot of work to do to catch the Islam's level. Listen, the internet is an amazing place. Everybody can talk and they can say this and this guy run, this guy never run. You know what? Islam, when Islam, Volk is one of the greatest fighters ever, right? You agree with me?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
When Islam beat Volk the first time, said, you know, he beat a 145-pounder, right? He beat him the second time, you know. He knocked out Volk. He submitted Charles Oliveira, but people said, oh, you know, this guy is like, you know, they both was 45-pounder, right? And Charles Oliveira Volk was number 1 pound for pound. Charles Oliveira was number 3 pound for pound, right? Ilia still have a long way to create his own legacy, you know, like, and I think right now Ilia should focus on himself. Islam should focus on himself, and guess what? You never know the future holds, you know, but. In reality, Islam Makhachev, is not even on the same level of Ilia's legacy. Ilia's beginning, Islam is at his end of his legacy. You understand? He just need 2 more, 3 things, and after that, he create his own legacy to be in the mountain rush of one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen.
So are you saying that you think it's about maybe a 2 or 3 more fights from Islam, you think?
I think Islam, what happened is Islam is, you know, he doesn't have to cut weight anymore. He doesn't have, I truly believe that Islam we're going to see at welterweight is going to be a much, much better Islam. And all those guys at welterweight, everybody's going to have a problem, man. You know, he's the best grappler in the UFC. He's maybe one of the best wrestlers in the UFC. And we see him, he can knock people out too. Like, he's just a one-dimensional fighter. He's the most well-rounded fighter in the UFC today. You know, it's like, listen, if we look at numbers, title defense, finishing opponent, there's nobody doing what Islam Makhachev doing. There's no other champion, there's no other fighter doing what Islam doing today.
Mm. If Belal would have beaten JDM, and by the way, Belal put in such a good performance. He really deserves a lot of credit. He showed a lot of heart in that fight. I think people don't kind of give him the credit that he deserves. He kept coming at JDM, even though it was a hard fight, and he it was a good fight. It was like a great battle. So my hat is off to Belal. I think he deserves.
Both guys. I think the both guys. I think JDM did an amazing job. Belal really. Belal gained a lot of fan. Dana after the fight wouldn't stop talking about Belal, right? He wouldn't talk about Belal, how tough he is, and GDM give him credit too. He showed up. He have a good game plan, and it wasn't Belal's night. And guess what? Belal will be back. I'm not worried about Belal. Belal always, everyone doubt him, but he every time prove everyone wrong.
Mm. Is that what the UFC were going to do though? If Belal was going to win, were they going to try and get you guys to fight Ilia? Was that actually
it was
like what Dana White said?
Done deal. If Belal would have won, Islam and Ilia was a done deal. It was negotiated. Everything was good to go. It was not even a conversation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you understand why people want that fight, right? Like even though legacies don't match up, it's like the big fight, right? Like you get why people. I'm sure there'll be people in the comments here going, "Oh, we really still want to see that fight down the track." Like you understand why.
When Khabib fought Conor, Khabib was a 2-division champion, one of the most, followed fighter in the UFC. He's famous, he's celebrity. Why are you guys making, Ilia? The only thing he have the same tattoos as Conor, but I don't think I think Ilia's much better fighter than Conor, but he did not, and I don't like Conor at all. But he's not there where it's to be like going up and fight for a different class against a champion like Islam, right? But if Belal would have won, they was gonna fight. But guess what? Islam not gonna worry about what people want. It's gonna about what his people gonna talk about him 50, 100 years from now. You understand? That's it. What do you think better for his resume? He went up, fought GDM, beat him, defended his title 2 times, or he beat the 145 champion.
I think the JDM fight is now the fight that everybody wants.
Let me tell you something. Him and GDM is almost even. Him and Ilia Islam was 4-1 favorite. This is what people think. That's what the odd maker think. And I always value the odd maker opinion. Ilia, he talked good. He looked apart, but in reality, GDM is a much, much dangerous fight for Islam than Ilia. The size, everywhere. He's a big guy. He's not a small guy.
Do you think that he beats Charles?
Yeah, I think he will knock Charles out. I do. Stylistically, I think he'll beat Charles, but you never know. He almost lost Jay Herbert. Almost got knocked out by Jay Herbert. Like MMA is crazy. He went 5.
Good is wild. Yeah.
He went 5 rounds. What's his name? 3 round Yusuf Belal. He went 5 rounds. What's his name? The guy from Alpha Male, Josh Emmett. But in a way, like if you think if Islam fighting these guys will go to 5 rounds, Islam, or 3 rounds? Of course not.
I think it's also because it's impressive that he was able to finish Volkanovski and Max the way that he did, right? And I think that's why the people not impressed.
Style make fight. He's an amazing fighter. He have dynamite in both hands. He can grapple. He can wrestle. He's a great. If I didn't say that, I would be lying. Ilia Topuria is a great fighter, and I think he will make his legacy. When he defends his title 4 times, he can start talking like Islam. Islam don't even talk, But he's talking like he defended his title 5 rounds. And guess what? I guess the day is an age we live in, and this is how you become more marketable. And I'm not saying he's not going to defend his title for 4 times, maybe 10 times, But let's see what happens.
It's interesting as well, man, this JDM fight, dynamite fight, right? What do you say to people who say, all right, JDM was able to survive against Belal. He was able to stop Belal's takedowns, and they think that something similar is going to happen in this Islam fight. What's your response to the people that are saying JDM, because he was able to stop Belal's takedowns, he'll be able to stop what Islam will be bringing to this fight at 170?
Let's be real. Belal never stood 3 rounds in anyone without a takedown, right? I think Islam is a different fight, man. Belal suffocate you. He smash you. Islam is a finisher. Islam, he can take him. If Islam takes JDM down, I think you have a lot of problems. You know, a lot of problems with Islam. But you know what? He have a little bit of time to train for it, and I'm not gonna underestimate the guy. My hat off to him. You know, he beat Belal. Belal haven't fought for the last 7 years, 11 fights winning streak, and he beat him. You know, and you know, 3 rounds to 2 was a lot. Belal actually landed more strikes, but JDM landed the harder puncher, more damage. You know, but in reality, Islam is a problem. I think Islam will be a much better welterweight than a lightweight. I truly believe this.
Is that just because he doesn't cut the weight, so he'll be stronger? Like what kind of welterweight? What do you think?
I've been training with Islam for 10 years, and I train with almost every welterweight. I manage almost all the welterweight in the top 10, like 4 or 5 of them, and I know what Islam brings to the table, and I know what everybody brings to the table. Okay, Islam, it's he is strong as a Magamat Ankalaev. He's a beast, man. He is as a freak of nature. He is and he is talented, and he's so technical. He's a problem, man. He's a problem. If you lock Islam with a gorilla in a cage, the gorilla might not come out. This is how good Islam is.
I know a lot of people are hoping over here, obviously, that the fight happens in Perth. But obviously, I spoke to Javier Mendez. He's like, well, I don't know. It's a big fight.
I already know. Listen, it's not gonna. It might not be in Abu Dhabi. It's a big enough fight. It's gonna be in New York, Madison Square Garden, or it's gonna be in Las Vegas. You know, if they said gonna be in Abu Dhabi, but it's not gonna be in Perth or Australia, none of these places. You know, in reality, Islam fighting for the welterweight title this year. JDM, you know, get injured, got sick, whatever happened to him, is going to be somebody else fighting Islam for the welterweight title, you know?
Yeah, so it's definitely happening this year, and it's definitely happening sort of towards the end of the year, that November period.
And if JDM is not ready, Islam will fight for the title against someone else. That's what the UFC told me, and I have no other reason not to believe them.
Awesome, man. Well, I can't wait for that. I want to also ask you about Movsar, man, because obviously we've been waiting to find out when he'll be fighting for the belt next. You know, he deserves the title shot. I know Alex Okanovsky has spoken about him countless times, and I keep hearing rumors, and then we saw that obviously there were some other fights announced that never really happened. Where are we at with Movsar? Are we close to a fight announcement?
Yes. I win. Islam Makhachev, I think, take 10 fights before it's fought for the title. Habib is 9, you know. These type of guys, it would take him a long. I just beginning manager Movsar, right? And I have a road plan for him to fight for the title. And I have the experience with guys like Islam and Habib and Belal, who take the long way to become champion, right? And you know, Movsar, listen, he's maybe Alexander Volkanovski's. You know, I don't know how much juice he have, but he's keep talking about it, right? There's no other rival contender than Movsar. It doesn't even exist. What's Lopez? He beat him. He just fought for the title. Allen, he beat him. Aljamain, he beat him. He had beaten everyone he's given to you. I think it's unfair. I think it's unjust. But guess what? It's a business. And if he have to fight 10 more guys, he will do it. There's no problem. It is what it is. And I think the fan have to speak up and for him, because he doesn't speak up for himself, you know, and we all have to do, because it have to be a system. If you win, you get what you deserve, and he earned it, you know. Listen, I will be shocked if you didn't get the title shot after one more win.
All right, guys, before I get back to the interview, I just want to thank my sponsor, MANSCAPED, for making this program possible. Did you guys know with a code word submission, you guys could save 15% off. That's 15% off plus free shipping from all of the great products on the Manscaped website, but I want to talk to you guys about the Chairman Pro. The Chairman Pro is a high-tech, data-approved grooming upgrade, which is perfect for the Father's Day over there in America. But if it's not Father's Day, it is an electric face shaver that can tackle up to 5 days of growth and features 2 interchangeable blade heads. It's waterproof. The battery life is awesome, up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, but it also showcases the battery level so you know when it's time to recharge with a display. Of course, it's got the travel lock, the LED spotlight, and most importantly, the 2-year warranty that Manscaped comes with. Manscaped, of course, has the Lawnmower 5.0, the Beard Hedger, and all sorts of other products, some of the most comfortable underwear out there as well. So go to manscaped.com, use the code word submission, get 15% off and free shipping today. And guys, I also want to talk to you about our friends at SAILY. That's right, SAILY, the best eSIM on the market today. What is an eSIM? Let's say you're traveling, you need to make phone calls, you need to download data, you need to be able to use your phone. Don't line up in a stupid queue and replace your SIM card, lose your current SIM card, and sign up to some plan that lasts for months. Use SAILY today. You just have to download the app. You just choose the location where you're at. You choose the amount of data that you want, and you are sorted, my friend, to use your phone wherever you go, whatever country you go to. It's easy to use. Like I said, all you need to do is just download the app. You avoid roaming costs, never ran out of data because you're able to update it and increase it wherever you go. It's one eSIM for all of your trips, so you don't have to change SIMs everywhere you go. And it's got global and regional plans as well. Get up to 100 gigabytes of data or as little as 1 gigabyte of data for a week or half a year. SAILY is your place to go for everybody out there who's looking for an eSIM. So download the SAILY app now and use the code submission. Go to saily.com/submission. The link is in the description below, and you guys get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. That's 15% off your first purchase. Try SAILY today. And now back to the program. Do you know when we'll have an announcement on that?
He have no fight.
Oh, because he had an update on his social media to say fight update coming soon.
He have no fight.
God damn. Because you guys, you obviously manage Aaron Pico as well, and I saw that was a potential fight, but that didn't happen.
He actually agreed to fight Aaron Pico on May 17. And the UFC asked me, he said, let's do it. And the UFC pulled the plug on that. And I told him, listen, if you guys pull the plug, I can't remake this fight. And especially when Alexander mentioned his name, he's like, the Aaron Pico's a debut. And he's probably one of the toughest fights for him. And he know that, I know that. But I made this fight happen one time. UFC pulled the plug on it, but I don't think I can make it again. It's not what I do. Like, I don't force guys to take fights.
Man, that's okay. Well, I hope that Movsar gets a good fight soon, because we do want to see him get that title shot, and let's keep pushing for it, guys, because I think it would be a great fight. Let me ask you about Ankalaev, man. I see Ankalaev is saying that Alex Pereira is potentially not ready. What's happening with that? I thought it was going to be the rematch. Does it look like it's going to be somebody else fighting Ankalaev next?
Ankalaev got offered to fight Alex Pereira in International Fight Week. Alex turned it down. We got offered to fight in August. We told he was not ready, and they said maybe he's going to be ready end of the year, maybe Abu Dhabi. I think Alex, maybe he have some injury or have some obligations. He have not been training, and we've seen him. His account was hacked, and I truly believe Ankalaev hacked his account.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I think Ankalaev, he's a tech savvy.
Ankalaev hacked Pereira's account?
I believe so. I'm serious. I think he did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they call him Ankalaev now. Yeah.
Because people were saying that they didn't believe that was a hack. They thought Pereira was being legit. So you think that was actually a hack? So are you saying likely that, because I'm hearing Carlos Olberg, I'm hearing various names. Do you think it's likely you guys won't be fighting Pereira this year then?
No, I think Alex, he deserved it. I don't think anybody else deserved it. I think he deserved it because the amount of work he did, and he was a great champion. They can't take this away from him. And I think he's diverse about anyone. And he's the only guy who can give, honestly, Ankalaev a challenge. I don't think anybody else in the division can give Ankalaev a challenge. I don't think so. I don't think anybody ready for this level but Alex.
You said in the first time when we spoke, you felt like Ankalaev was going to knock Alex out. How do you feel this rematch goes? Because, man, Ankalaev, he was able to really dominate Alex in so many areas.
It's going to be a very bad night for Alex, because
even worse than the first fight.
Everybody is scared of Alex. Ankalaev, he understand. He can give him and he can take. And when as a fighter, when you know that, and Ankalaev, he can hit hard, and he have a way better chin than Alex. But I think Alex is his toughest fight. I think it is Yuri and there's all these other guys. I don't think they're not on the level of Ankalaev and Alex, honestly.
Let me ask you about Patchy Mix, man. Some exciting news. He's now, it looks like, potentially on his way to the UFC, right? Like his deal with the PFL is now done. He was able to get out of it. What can you tell me about that? Is he UFC bound?
Listen, first I want to say thank you to PFL. They provide a lot of opportunity for many athletes, and Patchy have a great time there in Bellator and PFL, and they built him up to the champion he is today. And right now he's a free agent. I gotta get to work, and I have to do my job, see what I can do for him.
I was talking to Piotr Jan just last week. He's dying for a fight. He's got nobody to fight. I know you're still trying to figure things out, but hey, that could be a good first fight for Patchy in the UFC, right? Set up. He'll fight him.
Patchy will fight him. It's no problem. I don't think Peter will take the fight. It's a terrible.
You don't think he'll take it?
A terrible matchup.
Let me ask you this. How do you think Patchy would do against Merab? Because this is a fight, we've kind of spoken about it in the media room a number of times. That would be a very exciting fight. Everyone's kind of picking Merab to beat Sean in this rematch, so he'll likely remain the champion. What do you think a Merab-Patchy fight would look like?
It's a very dangerous fight. I think Merab is a guy can beat you for 5 rounds, right? But he's not dangerous. But he's very tough, great gas tank. Great fighter. Patchy, all he needs is catch something. And if he catches something, it's good night. But listen, these guys train with each other. I think they're familiar with each other. And if they have to fight one day, they're going to fight. There's no problem.
Hey, man, before we wrap up, I just want to congratulate you on RDR and his takeover of the middleweight division. What an incredible fight over Bo Nickel and win. Now, as we wrap up, I just want to get your thoughts. He's fighting Rob Whittaker, right? Putting himself in a beautiful position with a victory here to get the next title shot. How proud are you of RDR and like this overnight? It's like he spent his whole career to be an overnight sensation. He worked so hard at one. He had to deal with adversity with the organization. He couldn't get out. He had to go to UAE Warriors. Then he had to take all these fights, get into the UFC. Now, finally, the longest overnight sensation, put in so much work, and now he's here. Everyone's so excited about this guy.
I'm very proud. When I started managing him, he was held hostage by Matt Hume from ONE FC. Not ONE FC. Matt Hume have some against him, and he tried to ruin his career. And we fought for it. I got him a fight in UAE Warrior. I think it's my brother Fuad from UAE Warrior. They tried to stop it, and they couldn't stop it. And after that, he won his case in court in Singapore. And after that, now, from being a captive hostage by Matt Hume, not by anyone else in ONE FC. I have no problem with anyone else there, but this scumbag. And now he's a free agent. And I think Robert Whittaker, he's tough, man. But I think it's gonna be a long night for Rob. He's too big. He's have great pressure. He have great chin. He's very awkward. And Rob is, he's not the same. I don't think he's the same Rob we used to know. We know before. Like, I think now it's Rob have his time, and I think this is RDA's time. But listen, Rob keeps surprising us too. Like, I'm not gonna say he's not on the same level of RDR, because I think he is. But it's a very intriguing fight. I as a fan, I think is a very, very hard fight for Robert Whittaker.
Who do you think he'll be fighting for the belt, Khamzat or DDP? Hard one, right? Hard one.
My heart say I want Khamzat to win. He's my friend. I know him. But you cannot not put respect on the middleweight champion, Duplessis. This guy is so tough. It's all hard work, no talent, and I'm a big fan of his, honestly. But of course, Khamzat is bring a different challenge. Khamzat bring a different pressure, and it's gonna depends how this fight is gonna work out. And it's gonna be an early fight. It's gonna be a late fight. It's a very intriguing fight, but I think this is one of the best fights in 2025, honestly.
Dude, I'm so happy that's happening. I'm so excited to see Islam make his well-deserved move up to welterweight finally. I'm so excited for all of the guys. Patchy Mix coming in. What else is happening? Kayla Harrison. Yes, talk to me. Talk to me.
By a murder. She gonna murder Juliana Pena. And I like Juliana, but Juliana talked way too much. And she's doing nothing but pissing off Kayla. And I think, honestly, the one thing Juliana is, she's so tough. But I'm telling you, Kayla's on a completely different level. And June 7th, she's going to show why is level to this game.
Do you still believe Amanda Nunes comes back if Kayla wins?
Yeah, she kind of come back. Maybe, it doesn't matter. Like, Kayla broke so many times in the gym. This is why she left the ATT. That's why she started accusing everyone, spying her. She's already a broken woman. Nobody gives a shit about Amanda Nunes coming back, but if she come back, it's good for Kayla's legacy. Kayla's going to send her right back to retirement.
Dude, I can't wait to see Kayla in there. I think she's going to bring a lot of interest and excitement to the division. She already has, but as a champion, it's going to be so exciting. Thank you so much for joining me, Ali. I can't wait to see what happens, man. Some massive fights coming up. Anything else?
Hey, 2025. You heard it from me. Manal Kaaba will be a flyweight champion. Just, you hear this from me first. I see him every day, how he improving and how he's getting better. He's an assassin. He will be a champion at 2025. Mark my word.
Dude, he's killing it too. He's got a big fight, International Fight Week as well.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One fight away, I'd say. He had a case potentially for a title shot, but one fight away, and I think he's right there.
You got it, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ilia.
Australia. See you later.